Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. It is conference championship time, indoor conference championship time to be exact. And in this video, I want to touch on the SEC indoor championships because one Brianna Liston is set to line up here and defend her crown. But that's not the only thing she will be doing. She'll be vying for another crown, another title in the women's 200 meters as well. Yes, Brenna Liston will be doing the double, and this may surprise you all, guys. But for me, I'm excited. I'm actually excited. I can feel fire bubbling up in the pit of my stomach right now to how excited I am to see Brenna Liston go over that 200 meters. Now, typically I may be a wet blanket and go, hey, I'm not really a fan of her competing in the 200 meters indoors, but it seems as though she's gotten the green light to go trackies, and I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. I believe she's never really had the opportunity to really display what she's capable of in the 200 meters, whether it be indoors and outdoors. I don't believe she's had the opportunity to do so. She seems ready to go this year, and of course, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show when it comes to Brianna Liston and this 200 meters indoors. So what I want to do is talk about her competition, whether it be from a 60-meter perspective and 200-meter perspective, who is standing in her way to said crowns. Now, interestingly, the 200 meters for Brianna Liston, she's only competed in it twice in her entire life collegiately, once in 2023 and once in 2024 with her PB of 23.16 seconds. And I'm sure a few of you remember that race where when she came off the final turn, she looked a bit uncomfortable to me and didn't really or wasn't really able to lay down the hammer like I thought she would have been able to and run a really fast time. As such, that's the her PB from 2024, and that was the last time we pretty much saw her running 200 meters indoors. But she's back again. Looks like a complete different athlete, and as I said, she is ready to go over that 200-meter distance. So I'm excited to see what will come of this 200 meters and Brianna Liston. We all know she's a beast when it comes to that 200 meters. A lot of people believe that's her better distance over the 100 meters. So just imagine an athlete that is already the SEC Indoor Championships winner for the 60 meters, not able to do her best event, according to many people, right? So this time around, track is she is ready to go. So don't watch that 23.16 seconds. Believe me now, believe me when I'm telling us, say that is not what Brianna Liston is capable of. She's capable of much more. But that being said, this is going to be tight competition or stiff competition because the collegiate leader in the 200 meters lines up here. South Carolina's Jamisha Ford, right? So Jamisha Ford has already clocked a 22.34 seconds. She actually did that last week, I remember, because I did speak about our Jamaican having the collegiate lead, and she pretty much knocked that out, a few hours later, right? So it was pretty interesting there. But that being said, guys, Jamisha Ford is here, so she's one athlete that Brianna Liston has to keep in her eyes if she wants to walk away with the crown. Also lining up as well will be Kayla Jackson. Now, this season she doesn't look to be in the same shape as she was last year, but you never know. Sometimes athletes are just doing enough, to make sure that they have the qualifying time, and when they get to championships, you really see, what they're capable of. So I'm calling out Kayla Jackson because she has a personal best of 22.55. Hasn't displayed that this season, but she's a quality athlete. Let's see what happens when she gets to the SEC Indoor Championships. Also, look out for, interestingly, I do see Adeja Hodge, lining up here. Now, Adeja Hodge represents Georgia now from a collegiate perspective, has no collegiate times so far, but from an indoor perspective, she's been tearing it up. She has a few under 20 bests or national records or records, in general when it comes to competing indoors with a 22.33 seconds, personal best indoors. So she can really destroy an indoor track when it comes to competing. So keep an eye on Adija Hodge. I'm expecting her to be an absolute beast of an athlete in this 200 meters as well. Now, I'm also keeping my eye on as well teammate for Brianna Liston, Tima God Bless, right? So those are pretty much the athletes that I'm really zoning in or honing in on at this moment when it comes to the women's 200 meters. So keep an eye on those athletes, and keep an eye out for the surprise athletes as well. I do believe, from time to time you have athletes that surprise in these competitions. So don't bother, just lock your eye on only a handful of athletes. Keep an eye out for everybody and just enjoy the competition that is on. Now when it comes to the 60 meters though, I believe that Brianna Liston is, in a class of her own this season. I do honestly believe so. Now, a few other athletes that she would have competed with last year, one notably Jacia Shears, would have graduated and is now a professional athlete, right? So she's no longer a part of the 60-meter conversation, which pretty much leaves a big, wide open gap for Brianna Liston, in my opinion, based on talent, to just walk away with this crown. Now, you may be thinking, why am I saying this, considering that Brenna Liston's teammate, Teamer God Bless, is the one that actually has the lead right now collegiately with a 7.08 seconds. Listen, guys, when it comes to completing and the technical execution, even though Team of God Bless has that, lead collegiately with her 708, and that, of course, is a personal best for herself, Brianna Liston came out, ran two races, the same race she ran back to back, minimal effort. I can also show you all the front view of this race. It was absolutely wild when I was looking at her competing. I honestly believe by the time we get to the actual NCAA indoor championships, if not in this, conference finals championships, we might be able to see Brianna Liston go sub 7 seconds. Yeah, I think she's that crazy when it comes to the 60 meters this year. She looks that good, and I expect absolute fireworks from her when it comes to the 60 meters. And I don't believe that there's going to be anybody close to her, when it comes to competing in the 60 meters, right? I do believe that, athletes will turn up and athletes will compete competitively. I do believe that a lot of the times that I'm looking at will drop as well, because there are a lot of, 7-1 times, not really seeing many 7-0 times when it comes to competing so far collegiately in the 60 meters. So I am expecting these times to go to, be reduced, right? But at the same time, I don't expect any of these athletes to be a challenger of any sort, right, to a Brianna Liston. I'm not, looking down on any athlete. I just believe that, she's that much better than everybody else when it comes to that 60 meters. Though I'm still looking out for her teammate, Tima God Bless and the like, but I still think that she is the clear favorite in that 60-meter race 100%. Right? So track is Brianna Liston will be competing in the double, the 200 meters, the 60 meters. As far as I'm concerned, the 60 meters looks like a clear path to victory. The 200 meters is definitely going to be a tougher task. I believe that she's up, though, to the challenge, and I'm waiting to see with bated breath. I'm actually excited, as I said, to see what will come out of this 200 meters with Brianna Liston. Now, I want to let know your thoughts in the comment section below. Brianna Liston is competing in the double. Please don't be a wet blanket. Please don't be a wet blanket, and tell me your thoughts when it comes to her competition. How do you think this will go potentially for her when it comes to coming up against the likes of a Jamisha Ford that's already the collegiate leader with a 22.34 seconds? Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. As usual, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.